This is clearly not not working properly. It should be one piece, not 12. 2003 Jeep, just empty every pocket, Grand Cherokee. That's what we get to work on today. The Grande of the Cherokees. Not just any old Cherokee, but the Grande of them. I'm gonna start on that passenger side because that's the one that's not working. We're gonna tear into this thing, get the door panel off, get the regulator out. We're gonna see if the motor's working. As a matter of fact, while I got you guys here, why don't we go ahead and do that? One of the easiest ways, because on these Jeeps, you do have options. One of your options is to buy just the regulator, and the other option is to buy the regulator with the motor. Explain that one. I can't. So yeah, you either get the regulator or a regulator with the motor. That's the English version of that. So all we're gonna do is key on. We're gonna grab our little windows here. We're gonna go. That's about what it should sound like. Don't you agree? I do. Now we're gonna check the passenger one. Oh, it kind of went. Eee. Oh, she is jammed up. I can hear the motor actually working. You can hear it switching positions. These, if I remember right, are a cable drive, and those, they're plastic. Arizona, 120,462 degrees during the summer, and cold during the winter just is not friendly to plastic, and those little things like to go, and then the cables go, and then you try to turn the motor and they just kind of go like that. It's like trying to stir a bowl of spaghetti and then straighten the noodles out again with one of those old blender handle things. What are those called? Hand blender? I don't know. Anywho, so we're gonna check that. We know that one's bad, but the motor sounds good, so I can probably get just the regulator and save the customer a bit of cashola. This one. Oh boy. Yeah. That's well, it's trying to work. The nice sign was that when we go to roll it up, it actually went down for a second and then back up. Oh, movement. It's there. Okay. Yeah, I think that one's kind of got some binding issues going on there too. My guess is probably just a regulator on that one because the motor actually seems nice and strong. That one. Nothing. I hear clicking. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I hear clicking. That one might need everything. I mean, a whole new door. The fact that I hear clicking tells me it's getting power. Electrical system diagnosed. Fantastic. All right, windows up, windows up. So let's go to that passenger one that the window is not going up. Oh, that's that one. Yeah, we're gonna yank that one apart. Let's go over there. Good place to start when you don't know. Make sure you key off too, because then you get done and you go, hey, none of them are working. No, your battery's dead because you left your freaking key on, dude. Think about that one. All right, let's go over there. I got tools already. So I had to go buy me a new one from O'Smiley's. This one's got a little rubber ball on it. That's cute. Ha ha ha, fantastic. Who cares? Got my DeWalt. Yep, DeWalt. Don't like it? Don't care. It's in my hands, not yours. You can go spend more money on Milwaukee if you want. I just happen to have a whole bunch of these batteries, so I got a whole bunch of these things to go with those things, so I didn't have to buy a new bunch of those things and the little chargy things to fit everything else with these things. I have the little socket adapter, and what I believe is the infamous always lost, never can find 10mm socket, because if I recall, I might need that for these windows regulators items to be removed from the door panel. Simple as that. Come on over. So, Phillips head screwdriver, see? See it? Philip. Who's Philip? We still don't know, and why his head is on my screwdriver, I don't know. But it seems to make these screws come out. You got one right here in the pocket. Little door handle chingaderas, the place where you like to store your junk and your crap. Take that one out, throw it in. Don't throw it. Save it. right there, all pretty like. We've got one up here. There's a little tiny button up here by the window, or by the mirror. This is the window, up by where the mirror would mount. Sometimes you can pick them out with your fingernails, you know, same thing you pick your nose with. And grab that little button out of there, and then way back up in there, there's a screw. And you just spin until you get on the screw, and you know, whatever. That one, there we go. It's been fun. And there we go. So that one came out. One of the things that I do if you're new to doing stuff like this, that I tend to just kind of keep your eyeballs on. Like sometimes there's these little things that like people don't tell you, right? And you're like, man, this is the first time I've worked on my car. I'm being bold. I'm trying this on my own, saving some dough, and I just screwed up. Some of the simple things that make people screw up is just not remembering what bolt went where and what screw went where. Well, here's the nice thing. These are both the same size. So if you're new, and even if you're old, it doesn't matter to me. If your brain works like mine, where you forgot what you did 2.5 seconds ago, you can always just say, hey, these are the same size. If they're not, you make yourself a pattern or get a system down to remember where they go. But since these are both the exact same screw, I don't have to worry about it. So we can put them together. Fair enough? Fair enough. We got one more back here behind the door handle. And it is, I bet you, anything stripped out. Because, you know, a lot of times they are. It's coming loose. Yep, it's out. Somebody has thoroughly stripped that one out. Wasn't me. It was already done, okay? Now you want to feel along here. Sometimes you'll have a screw hole down at the bottom. On this one you don't, but any other door panel, if you're watching this video going, well, I don't have a 2003 2003 Jeep Cherokee Grande version, but we're doing a window regulator. They're all pretty much the same, but on your door panels, just feel around these edges. Sometimes, especially in like the 90s and stuff, they had screws down here because door hinges would get worn out, they'd get caught on rockers and would pop panels off, and they just wanted to hold them on better. Usually you're going to find them in some of your tension points. You know, you're grabbing from here, you don't need that door panel flopping around like this while you're grabbing. So think about where there might be tension points. Sometimes, and I don't remember if this is one of them, these pop off. No, we'll just find out. So now you just got a bunch of push buttons, little Christmas trees. Just get underneath and pop all that free. This should all lift off. It should bring that rubber with it, but this one's probably not going to. Looks like someone's been in here. Okay, so carefully lift your panel off. We're gonna look on the back side. You see that clip right there? Right there, sure. See that one? It goes to our door handle and our lock assembly. Just simply, just carefully pop those away. Lift that guy off. Pop that one away. Lift that guy off. Or girl, I don't know. I don't judge. You know, we don't judge. And then we're gonna have what looks like the screw. Oh, that is fantastic. Perfect. I'll show you what we just discovered, guys. So we're gonna unplug the window up and downy button thingy, and then we're gonna unplug this guy over here. How do you come out? Like that. And that removes our entire door panel. Now, here's one of the fun things to look at. Christmas tree broken, Christmas tree whole bracket broken, Christmas tree broken, Christmas tree broken, Christmas tree broken. You tired of hearing that yet? Yeah, me too. That's always fun. We may have to replace some Christmas trees for them. Here is our well stripped out screw. Yep, oh yeah, Christmas tree left in there too, so that's good. These do like to break. This is our screw. Here's my problem that I found. Whoever put this back together last time didn't bother putting anything back together right. They ran that screw right through those wires. Guys, there's places that wires attach on the inside of your door panels for a reason. Por a reason. Okay? Christmas tree removed. All right. So now we got all that off. This liner, we'll take it off because it's just a fun thing they put on there. Most of the time these things don't end up back on here in Arizona because they just completely fall apart and they just get gross. Looking at our door panel, simple enough. Get some of these guys out of our way. This guy right here, you can see it goes inside. It looks like this has been changed on before too, because that does not look like a factory plug. Factory would look more like that. But we're gonna pop up our little keeper because, you know, that's vital. We're gonna pop this guy free, hopefully. Or maybe not. Nope, got it. Whew. Did all that without dropping blood. All right. Then we're gonna go ahead and rip this guy out of here. Most likely we're gonna have to get this window up because usually there's a position or two. I haven't done one of these in a long time, guys, so I think if I remember right, these have these little clippy guys right here. They need to come out. See that guy? He's set right over that ball. And we're behind here and over that ball. Okay, which means there's most likely one on the other side. So we have to try and see if we can't get this guy up a little bit. And usually there's a spot. That might have been the only one. Nope, I see the other one. Huh. Let's see where that other spot is. Doesn't need all the way down. I think the other one you'd actually normally be able to access right there, but this window just does not want to go down. So we're gonna try bringing it up. See if we can't get our fat fingers in here to get to. No looking now. I can feel it. I might still need to get that pick after all. We're gonna have to pick that guy out. And that'll allow me to get the glass free from the window regulator. And then really all we gotta do is take off a few bolts and this window regulator will decide to come out, hopefully in a nice way. But we'll see. I think I gotta take these three off if I recall. And realistically, you only need to loosen them. You don't have to take them all the way off. That's how nice these people were. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's go get a pick, pull that guy, and then get this out. What do you say? Cool, we're gonna do that. I like it, good idea. All right, I'll be back with a pick. Got myself a little handy dandy pick. Raise up on this window just a little bit so I can get my fat hands in here. And there's that little clip, the same as the other side. It's just, you'll see it back in here. Just put your peepers in here and look at it. I'll show you how I did that. Basically just went in and I hooked that clip and I put my finger right here against it because you can reach it, just can't reach it and pull that. So I'll use this to get in to pull it, put my finger there, pull it out on it. That way I didn't lose the clip. Because, I mean, the worst case, it's just gonna go down in the hole somewhere and then you gotta get a fishing magnet. And I don't feel like fishing today. Well, actually I do. But not that kind of fishing. That should have freed everything up. Let's see if it did. Oh no, I think you gotta actually pop these off of here. That's right. Yeah, we still gotta pop that bracket off. There we go. Now my glass is free. Well, not free. It's still a charge for it. But it's not in the way. Oh, I forgot to bring the wedge. Dang it. You got that, Drew? You sure? Don't let it drop now. I'm gonna go get myself a wedge of some sort to put in there. Oh, it's dropping. Let me see real quick. Yeah, just hold that for a second, Drew, while we're in here. You can just hold it while we do this. Drew gets a hold and film. The old hold and film. There, just gonna loosen those. If you want to, you can take them all the way out. Almost doesn't matter. Is that the right one? Or is that the wrong one? I don't remember. What else is holding this guy in here? Okay, well, that gave me the motor, sort of. Somehow that attaches. Okay, cool. There's that. You can see where we're broken. This should be down in there. I can see the broken pieces down at the bottom here. So I think this now needs to be removed, which I was right. It was a 10 mils. See, told you I was right. That guy needs to come off. This guy should need to come off. This guy. And maybe this guy. Let's see if that made some noise behind the door panel. Oh, there's my hook. And that should allow for everything else to come out of this hole. If we can just, it's just gonna come out in pieces. No, where did we get hung up now? Yep. Sure. Okay, there it is. Almost now. Not quite. There it is. Easy as that. There's your regulator. We know the motor's good, so I think we can get the regulator. Probably pull those little 6 millers off. Excuse, and swap that motor over to the new one. Because I think, if I remember right, on the fronts, just the regulator is like half the price as versus getting the regulator with the motor and everything. If I recall, on the rears, I got it, Drew. On the rears, I think it's like a $5 difference. So just replace the motor with it. I mean, honestly, who cares? Carefully set the glass down. Carefully now. Now, there's a couple of points to think about. When you watched me, as I was pulling this out, I had to wiggle and move it and all that kind of stuff. The reason why I had Drew hold the glass up is because the glass has window tint on it. And if I have that glass down and I'm trying to wiggle that around, when you roll that glass back up, it is going to be scratched all to hell and back. I mean all the way to hell. Maybe even below hell. And it is going to be scratched bad. Plus and minuses. Right? There's always a silver lining. You get pulled over for your windows being tinted too dark. You can always point it to one spot and say, test it here. Or there is no tint because you scraped it all off. You could look like a zebra going down the road. Another plus. Minus is we're running out of time before it rains. We'll show you that going back together. But really, this is a very intimidating project. It's not hard. It's really not. And you can see that right here. All right, we'll be back with the new pieces and parts. And then, well, hopefully the guy can remember where everything came out of. If not, you guys will help me out. All right, we're gonna stab this guy in because, you know, we're gonna use Drew's help again here in just a minute. Once I get this, make sure this glass is on its track. And actually, we can't have that there, can we? It's gonna be in the way, Drew. Why'd you put it there? Make sure the glass is in the channel. Bring her all. I'm pushing on the wrong spot. Yep, move your fingers. There you go. Okay, Drew's got the death grip on this. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take my time. No. So, cool thing is a new one. We swapped over the motor to the new Chingas, and yeah, we got it kind of in place where it needs to be. New one's gonna come with a couple bolts, and then you'll have to reuse some of the other bolts. If you notice, these are in here. There's slotted holes here. So we just gotta fish this thing up in here. Here we go fishing again. This guy's, you know, falling into my way again. But we're gonna fish this guy up into here without hopefully breaking anything. Find out how to do that. This goes in, and that goes in, and just kind of make a bunch of noise and rattle around. And eventually, you'll see that guy goes into there. And this guy, well, let's get that guy in here. Well, just, okay, fine. If you want to come out and play, you can come out and play. We'll put this guy back through here because he wanted to come out. But now that he's done throwing a fit, we're going to just put this guy in right there. And you can certainly pull these bolts out if you want. And then we'll put this guy in up here. And it slides over. Isn't that kind of cool? Isn't that special? So then if you want to, grab 2 of your old bolts, and one of those is going to go on the top one, back into that hole that you had to take the bolt completely out of. Right there, you see? And remember, leave everything loose, because you got to move stuff around sometimes to fit these bolts. This one goes right here on that little bumpy plate that was in our way earlier. Now, if we were smart, we would have put the bolts on this guy, but we claim to be intelligent. And so then these guys go on the motor. Reuse the old bolts, because it goes, we reuse the old motor. So that bolt goes there. These are the coarse thread plastic grabby guys. And all you gotta do is just start them. Watch your wiring here. Don't pinch stuff now. And then they'll just kind of hang out there for a minute. And we can go ahead and hammer these things home. Not that one. Told you so. We already get them all? Cool. We can go ahead, our wires through, which is important, right? Go ahead and bring these guys, be a little bit softer on these. These are going into plastic. You gotta be nice to it. If you want, use a hand tool. I don't care. It's up to you. We're starting to get drizzled on. I like it. All right, Drew. We gotta put that glass in somehow. Go ahead and let that glass down a little bit, and it should, in theory, once you get this all the way in the channel, should line up with our slots here. A lot of times I like to do this a little bit lower. But we're gonna have, remember those pins we pulled out? I should have showed you, but they're still on here. The new ones come with those clips. So you're gonna line up this glass with those holes, and then they'll just push in. It's a lot easier when it's down low and you can see. There we go. You heard it pop in? You can look through and you can see that it's popped in. So literally those little clips, well, they're made where they can separate and close again. So you're gonna line up those holes with the glass on the bottom there, and you're just gonna snap them in. Easy. Really quite simple. Easy peasy, lemon, a squeezy. And then all we gotta do, guys, is just, you can let go of that now. If we wanted to, we can, if you really wanted to like check everything out, a lot of times I'll do this just because sometimes we get bad parts. You can come in here and you can connect stuff. So we'll get this guy connected, right? Reconnect our wires here. Why are you not clicking? Oh, that's right, because that was broken, huh? And then we'll reconnect that. Bring this wire up here, push that guy into its house, which it's not going to stay because those Christmas trees are blown out. We're just going to key on, slide this guy up real quick. We'll plug in our little pluggy in guy, and then we should see a window that now works. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Somebody actually did something right. I don't know if that was me, but it might be. That's probably you too, because I bet you your window just worked. I bet you. All right, this is kind of boring stuff, but we're just gonna go in, we're gonna clip everything back in, line everything up, run screws in. This is the one that goes to the door handle. You got the one up here, and then you got the one that goes somewhere else, around here somewhere. Yeah, back over in there. And that runs through, you know, this guy and chomps on that. So we're gonna run all those in, drive them home. I think the one went like through the speaker or something. Actually, interesting. Okay, I didn't do it. You guys seen it. That's the great thing about you guys watching, is that if a customer goes, you did this, well, go watch my video. And while you're there, subscribe and like it, because you should. It's your car. Or don't, because you're mad at me. Your thumbs down. I don't care. Just, I appreciate that you guys are here. That's what matters. All right, I'm gonna snap all this together. I don't know. You guys don't need to watch that, do you? It's pretty easy. want to make sure all my buttons are lined up with the holes. All my Christmas trees are going to go where they belong. You know, you can bang them in there. That's how you break brackets, is because you hammer them in the wrong spot. Feel really good about that. Don't know why, but I feel really good about that. And the non-hook side, we'll just run underneath this to make sure that gasket's on top. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. You know, that type of stuff. All right. Some of these screws go back in, and yes, you will have leftover parts. Don't fret. Remember, your new window regulator came with new mosquitoes. I mean, new parts. But she's all back together. The door lock's not working. My feeling is that it didn't work before, but the window is. That's what we came here to do. You now know how to do a complete window regulator assembly without the motor. And you can swap that over and save yourself a few bucks. We're going to do the other two. I'm gonna bang those out real quick. If you are a person that is like saying, well, good thing you showed me how to do the front door, but that's not the rear. I'll tell you right now, it's the same thing. There's bolts, there's screws, there's clips, there's Christmas trees and pumpkins and little goblins that do things. It's the same thing. But if you want, we'll link the video, because we're going to post that up. We're just probably not going to send it out to everybody, but we're going to go ahead and record the rear doors, and we'll link those videos right here for you guys, so that if you're saying, you're an idiot, show me how to do the back door of a vehicle, it's there. All right. I know some of you guys, we're mechanics. I know the back window regulator. We'll link the videos for you. So at that, I think we got it all done. Clean up your tools, put them away, make things happy. You know, happy tools make happy workspaces. So, but we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. Just say hi. And we got some cool stuff coming. We're getting some parts together and some things together so we can do some of these projects now that it's finally cooling down. We can just get it to stop raining. That'd be nice. And we're in the midst of working on maybe a shop and some concrete and other places where I can work, so that when it is hot as huevos out here and the eggs are just frying on the concrete, we can have a little bit of a semblance of shade for just a moment, for just a blink of an eye. That's all I need. I don't know. I don't even know what I just said. God. Just subscribe. All right, I'm out of here. How do you do product placement when you put the hole right there? Ghost Energy. Not a sponsor. Certainly could be. Trying to get you guys a product placement, but you made it difficult. I have giant fork in hands. If I hold the can and I turn that away, product placement. Good stuff.